In the silent era, there were three famous and innovative comedians: Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, and Harold Lloyd. All talented actors and filmmakers, most known for their distinctive style. Chaplin, who I bet you know, stands alone from the other two because of how he combined comedy with emotion. Knowing the most about Chaplin and his films, I decided to focus on the comedian who never smiled, Buster Keaton. When comparing Chaplin, Keaton, and Lloyd, Malcolm H. Oettinger wrote in his interview with Keaton, "Neither Keaton nor Lloyd attempt to reach your heart. They openly tickle you. For this reason, most of all, perhaps they are not in Chaplin's class, for Chaplin has always stood alone." He also wrote that Buster fails to reach the heart. His pictures elude sympathy. In my analysis, I found that yes, Keaton doesn't make you feel as hard as Chaplin does, but he did reach my heart through humor and the curiosity of his gags. Later in the interview, Keaton says to Oettinger, "It's hokum, and by draping it in different styles, you disguise it and bring results each time." Keaton, who performed his own stunts, described his visual comedy as nonsense. He goes on saying when they were filming, they would come up with some story and throw in as many gags as they could on the day. His impossible gags were perhaps unintentionally improvised. Improvised and meaningless. No morals, just funny gags and funny situations. In this video, I want to reinterpret and connect these impossible gags to modern surrealist and absurdist humor. Buster Keaton stood out to me because of his obvious pursuit to make you laugh. His impossible gags were physical jokes that were only capable in front of a camera and didn't exist in reality. Keaton's gags have their own structures, systems, and logic that exist independently of cinema. These gags mirror terms new and not so new. In the 1920s and 1930s, surrealists favored Keaton and referred to his films as involuntary surrealism. Surrealism in a comedy can break the bonds of logic and social decorum. The gag is beyond the rationality of reality and only exists in the film. Along with surrealism, there's absurdity. A basic understanding of absurdity is a joke where 2 + 2 = 5. You have no idea how you got 5, but you got it and it's funny. That confusion and incorrectness is funny. A modern take of absurdity is seen in the narrative of a film that is so illogical it defies rational explanations, or in a weird character who breaks the flow of a narrative for humor. In the context of Keaton, his films were surrealist and absurd in the physical gags themselves, not in the character or narrative. The gag breaks the flow of the rational narrative for humor. Absurdity and surrealism are concepts that make up what is so funny about Keaton's films. He used these concepts to expose the humor of the film's irrational world. The use of absurdity and surrealism contributed to Keaton being one of the many on the pursuit to make pure comedy. Pure comedies are films filled with jokes, characters, and situations with the motive to only make you laugh. It's subjective. You know it when you see it. Keaton's obvious impact on comedy can be seen in the films of Wes Anderson and the absurdity of the Blues Brothers. Pure comedy has changed since Keaton's films, but the idea of evoking humor is still seen in films like Airplane, Dumb and Dumber, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Keaton reaches the heart of his audience by evoking and exposing the humor of a situation. His use of absurdity and surrealism makes his films pure comedy. The nonsense, confusion, and irrationality makes his films funny. This pursuit of pure comedy has trickled down into the films we've seen in the funniest movies from the height of contemporary comedy. Many have interpreted Keaton and found meaning underneath the hokum. But what if there's no meaning? What if the purpose was only laughter? Gags themselves are built for entertainment purposes only, and furthermore, for entertainment purposes that end the moment the sketch ends. Humor can relieve feelings of frustration, anxiety, or hostility. In our unstable world, humor should be an important role in our humanity and be valued. A film being meaningless doesn't mean it should be deemed bad or not artistic, but it means we should enjoy how it makes us feel. Meaningless and absurdity is pure comedy and wonderful cinema.